Welcome everybody to our evening of Hasidus Art and Identity here at Tzohar Seminary. Thank you to all of the teachers and also to the admin, of course, Rabbi Hordener, Hindi, for taking care of the girls, and Ashira, who's here. Thank you for taking care of her, who's there, manning the girls. So, of course, to our Madrichot, Dina and who care for the girls every day, and they lead them with spirit and oomph and excitement, and the girls love them, they love the girls, and it's making such a difference this year. Introduce Rabbi Herman to share some words of Torah and Hasidus for our presentation. Thank you, Rabbi Herman.
Good evening. It's good to see everybody here. It's exciting that for our 12th presentation, it was timed perfectly. I don't know if we knew it at the time when it was scheduled, but today is Chof Daled Teves. It's the yard site of the Alter Rebbe. And there couldn't be a more fitting day to have this type of presentation where we're going to really demonstrate through all of the students' ideas that are into this and their own growth, put them together, and you come out with something that is meaningful and that needs to be shared with an audience. And today's Hayom Yom describes that what the Alter Rebbe meant in the ways of Chassidus was that Chassidim should be like one family with affection, and to have a friendly audience here is something that's very, very special, and hopefully will allow you to feel calmer, perhaps, because for many people, this is the first time that they're able to present. So thank you for coming out. And also that it means, as the Tzemach Tzedek expressed it, that the Alter Rebbe wanted everybody to see even what was undesirable within themselves and to be able to work with it and try to fix that which needs to be fixed within one's own personality and within one's own life. And that certainly is the experience, I think, of many of the Tzohar students. And it will also be something that I think you'll see expressed this evening. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys all for coming. And before you put your phones away, if you would like to donate.
What's happening for the girls is after this event, which I'm about to tell you about, and then they're going to show you, they are headed to Israel for the longest time ever. We've had, I think, 4 trips to Israel until COVID hit. Noah here was on the first trip, and it always made such a beautiful contribution to the years and the girls' lives, and it's really affected them. And this year we're going on almost a month-long trip. So it's quite the leap forward, and we have all this built-up energy from waiting for 2 years, I guess, and so it's going to be lovely. So I want to thank the new statters off in Jerusalem for helping us and always, helping us do this trip. And because it's longer, the girls have committed themselves to raise the money for it. So when you're giving to it, you're giving directly to them, their fundraiser. So thank you. What tonight is in honor and in memory of, and always is since the beginning, or it used to be actually in honor of a refuah shlema, but now it's in memory of Reina Bas Necha, Reina Clark, for those of us who knew and loved her. And I'm so glad to see a bunch of friends here together who knew and loved Reina. Reina was in this thing from the beginning. She was the first dorm mother. She took care of the girls. She loved them. She cared about their personal growth. And she cared about the way that they grew through the arts. The arts were really important to her. And so was this mission in every way. And so, Reina, we're wishing you an aliyah of your neshama, and we're celebrating with you tonight. And we know that you're celebrating with us. We love you. And to thank Khani, her daughter, and Steve, her son-in-law, who have created a fund in her memory, which is a scholarship for Tzohar students, and helps us move forward. So Reina is with us all the time. So thank you, Reina, and thank you, Khani and Steve. Tonight is Hasidus Art and Identity, and really it's like a braiding. We talk about it. It's really the cornerstone of what Tzohar is about. And for this project, the girls were asked to pick a piece of Chassidus that really spoke to them, something they learned that really kind of lit them up, and to pick an art form. They're learning tons of art forms here, to choose an art form that they felt either comfortable in or that they wished to challenge themselves in. They had a choice. And also to connect it to their personal growth. Every morning they write morning pages, right? They integrate the Chassidus along with the personal growth and express it through an art form. So that's what you're going to see. You're going to see the results of that tonight. You'll also hear a little bit of the process and their sharing. They will be sharing words of Chassidus and personal words with you along with the pieces themselves. What we know here in Tzohar is that the growth process is the same as the creative process. It's the same trajectory. And there's really no difference. And when you learn to do one, you learn to do the other. And this is a huge, huge growth point in the year for our students. And they've all faced it bravely, jumping in, either holding their nose or running forward or slowing down. But however they approached it, they've all stepped in and flourished and grown through this process. And they don't even realize it till they're done. So, but you guys will see it tonight and you'll share in it. And I know that this is the time when women come and say, I want to do that myself. When we do have Tzohar women, we have to figure out how we do this for women who don't have any time, as opposed to seminary girls that are here all year. But we'll figure that out because we have online as well. Also, the Torah arts that we're doing has the kernel of this. How do you take the arts, use it for a way of not just keeping it in your head, but filtering it through your heart, using your whole self, who you were meant to be a vessel of Hashem and to share your purpose. The girls here are learning to bring Geula through themselves to be vessels of Hashem. And I'm so, so proud of them. Just a technical note, it is a long, we have Baruch Hashem 19 students here, and we are starting on late just to gather people. Those of you on Zoom, I know are comfortable. We want to make you comfortable here too, because we don't have an intermission. If someone needs to use the restroom, please go downstairs, just quietly close the door with you because it slams. And if you need a drink down there as well, just do it as you need. But if you can stay, we'd love you to stay for the whole thing because each girl is represented here tonight. If you can, please do. And those of you on Zoom, welcome. Thank you all for coming. And if everybody here could shut off your phone, either turn it off or really make sure right now, not just expect that it's off, but make sure that your sound is off. So that's not an issue. But welcome everybody to these wonderful, wonderful girls' presentation of Chassidus, art, and identity.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. My name is Sari Yanevsky. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. And tonight, I will be presenting an original song expressing the idea that throughout life, we are taught many different lessons and given many tools in order to deal with specific situations that may come up in life. And it's very easy to be confident in the moment and say, oh, like, I'm not worried about this situation ever coming up because if it does happen, I know how to handle it. But when something actually does happen, all of the lessons that we learned come to the front of our minds and we know exactly what we need to do to handle it. But our emotions can feel stronger than logic sometimes. And we don't always use the tools that we were given, and we don't always do what we were taught is right. And what I want to express to everyone tonight is that doing this doesn't mean that you failed. God is not looking at you for perfection. He wants you to do your very best. And sometimes doing your best looks like staying where you are and doing what you're comfortable with. The Alter Rebbe teaches us in Tanya that even the delay of a desire can destroy klipa. And when one passively refrains from sin, he is rewarded like he did a mitzvah. So even thinking of doing what's right and knowing that you can do better next time is enough to destroy negativity and is enough for God. Because life is not a simple path. There are plenty of bumps in the road and you will have more opportunities to use the tools that you were given. Growth is a slow and steady process. You don't want to jump into anything too quickly. because if you move too quickly, you can end up falling backwards and sometimes further than where you started from in the first place. So take things slow, move at your own pace, live life without regrets, because every day is a new opportunity to grow, and life will throw other challenges at you that you can use your tools to overcome. So I present to you now my original song, accompanied on guitar by my voice teacher, Laura. I hope you hear my message and enjoy. Cross enemy lines, hiding behind the wreckage in my mind. My holster filled with weapons. Wish I had the courage to use them. I know that I can. When shots fire overhead and you stay ducking in your trench, you haven't failed if you survived. Even if you didn't fight, you never know what's in store, because to God, each battle is a war. So simple to look through your lens and start to forget of all the damage. But when destruction strikes, pounds with all of its might of my weapons, I forget. When shots fire overhead and you stay ducking in your trench, you haven't failed if you survived. Even if you didn't fight, you never know what's in store, because you got each battle is a war. So when you're feeling quite ashamed, just know that life will not be tamed. Another battle will begin, and maybe this one you'll win. When shots fire overhead and you stay ducking in your trench, you haven't failed if you survived. Even if you didn't fight, you never know what's in store, because you got each battle is a war. When shots fire overhead and you stay ducking in your trench, you haven't failed if you survived. Even if you didn't fight, you never know what's in store, because you got each battle is a war.
Hi everyone, my name is Bryna Burko and I'm from Muncie, New York. Tonight I'm going to be sharing some poetry I wrote about the complexities that come in a relationship with God and how often there can be a paradox that arises when dealing with that relationship. I have found personally that I often have conflicting feelings about God, positive and negative, and that is something that I'm going to have to learn how to deal with throughout my whole life. I'm a human being, so it's not possible for me to see everything from a point of view that is unlimited. I think that having conflicting emotions is something that everyone experiences to some degree in life. There are often situations we go through that aren't black and white. But as far as relationships with Hashem, I think that my experience is just a Jewish experience. We have many examples in Torah of people wrestling with God, and many examples in Judaism in general that tell us that having a struggle is actually a good thing. One example of this in Tanakh is in Tehillim. Tehillim is the only book of Tanakh which is truly a response up to heaven. David HaMelech in one kapitel praises Hashem, and then in the next, he is upset with him. He represents the Jewish people and their struggle with God. Even one of the greatest and most well-known figures in Jewish history had this complicated relationship with Hashem, and it is something I relate to greatly. I'm going to read 3 poems tonight about the different aspects in my personal experience with this. The first one is called Light Alone. Visions of the past walked up in the blurred air above the candle, the glow of the flame against a circle of dark. I stand here every week and cover my face and whisper to the divine. The world is at ease, and I want it to stay like this. I do not need the cold remembrance to sink into me, the wild whistling of wind about to smother a burning wick. You hold me in your gentle hands, but one is not as soft as the other. I cannot catch the heat emanating off melting wax with bare fists, or carry it in my mind or heart. Are you too close or too far away? Even as you make me wait, I feel your faith in me, a sustaining glow. I will grit my teeth and fight my mind to remain in double existence, until the day I can pull myself out into understanding. Until the night, I stand at this candle, this flame, this essence, when I can close my eyes and light is all I see. This poem is called Blood Moon. Wind moves as I walk, whispers of defenders who say I need to fully accept. I feel the scrape of my boots on the rough ground beneath, and I hear the sky calling to me. The full moon illuminates the clouds that surround it, a beauty that stops me where I am. My chest aches with the rush of high tide, the knowledge that there is something greater beyond me. I breathe deep until all the joy and passion suddenly recede, the moon now only a sliver of light. I sit down all at once onto a rain-soaked curb. I am not an anomaly. I am from poets and storytellers who felt warmth on their skin and sang praise under the clear sky, who looked up at Earth's shadow blocking the sun and raged at you who put them there. We are a red moon burning from within, a people who wrestle to keep you and themselves. My finger scratches into the ground, racing to find the right words. It comes to me later when I am home and dried off, a dream or a gift from above. Energy flows through to my arms and out onto the page, letters of dark and light. You listen to my pain and passion as you help me write the profane and the holy about you. You listen to it all and accept. And my last poem is called The Collective. I stand in the candle glow and remember. Her gentle hand leads mine, helping me transfer the flame that I look up to from below. Now, I am older and on my own, and I stand opposite the light I have just continued. I listen with shut eyes to the dancing tune of the fire. It takes me into a tent I have never been in, yet where I live. I see her 2 candles, how they last through the week and through lifetimes, flames that will never go out. We pass them, one hand guiding another, existed because we exist. As I light my candle each week, as I wash my hands before bread, as I dress every morning, I am filled with life and light. The phantom chain I never let go of rests firmly in my hand. People have stamped muddy footprints across the words of our parchment, and still the letters shine. I walk with steady shoulders because the past is holding me up. They see me as I saw them. They laugh with tears streaming down their faces at my purposeful stride, how I show up as myself to the world, and how I am allowed. They shout their joy to God, the composer who has kept their flickering song alive. I am the echo. I am the sound. I am distant, but never apart from my people or from you. You have drawn into our lives the things that draw us together. When I lower my hands, when I open my eyes, I stare at the candle. Me, now, with the before and the after. In this moment, I see you and remember as I look and as I walk away.
My name is Carol Hester, and I am from Brooklyn, New York. Over the past few years, I've tried to find my God to connect to. From a young age, I knew Hashem is here, Hashem is there, Hashem is truly everywhere. But did I really? After learning much and allowing myself to let go, I'm starting to know in my heart that yes, Hashem is truly everywhere, since Hashem is truly everything. God is all we see, hear, think, and feel, which can be scary, yet it also allows me to be one with the world. Part of what helped me get to this place was really zooming out and looking at the world from a bigger picture. Where did everything come from? The universe and all of its unknown, our world down here, and the lovely sunrise we see, and my favorite food, a burger. All of it is constantly being created, held, and supported by the one above.
So to represent this idea, I drew a picture, which is basically a world held by hands, and the hands represent God, and God who is constantly supporting our world and everything in this universe. And in the world, I drew different objects that might not seem godly, but at the end of the day, everything is godly, and they have a silver outline to represent that. Since everything is constantly being created, I feel cared about on this journey that continues every day. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Faya Mandel. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas, and today I'm going to be presenting a choreography that represents the process of leaving your comfort zone in order to grow. In Parshas Lech Lecha, Hashem told Avram to leave his land and people, the things that were familiar to him, and go to a foreign place. Only once he had left home was Avram able to complete his mission. In our own lives, growth doesn't happen in comfortable, stagnant environments. We achieve growth when we embrace the unknown and take on new challenges. Thank you to Hashem and all of the people that made this project possible. I hope you all enjoy. Hi, my name is Fauna Selkowitz. I'm from Toronto, Canada. And tonight I'm going to be telling a story about vulnerability and strength. Being vulnerable is very hard, whether it's with people or with God. We're opening ourselves up and we can get hurt. But just like an olive, we don't grow and we don't find out what we really are made of and what we are capable of by staying comfortable. So, let me begin. I am here to present myself as I want to be seen. I am safe inside myself, naturally. It is hard, but I will open up myself. For you to see in. I am vulnerable here for you and for me. I will make a space in me for you to be in. And you. You throw dirt, throw words, throw my work away. I am in pain here. I hide, cry, I pause. I get up. I shake myself off. I try. I find. I am strong.
Hi, I'm Stav Chen. I'm from Houston, Texas.
The last 3 months, I made it a mission that every night before I go to bed, I'm going to think of 3 things that I'm grateful for. So you can do that now. Think of one thing and really embrace it. One thing that you are super, super grateful for. And that can really let light into your life, and it can completely change your perspective on reality. I'm really grateful to God right now that He put me in the seminary. I'm really grateful that He's given me this opportunity to be able to record and produce music, which has been my dream since I was a little girl. And sometimes we forget how blessed we are. And I just want to share that we're all really blessed, guys. Let's get it together. Thank you. I hope you enjoy.
Haven't been counting my blessings or spent time on thank yous. Been a while since we talked, it's overwhelming, I'm confused. I was in a bad place, but I'm good now. At least that's what they all say before they all go down. I feel ungrateful, I'm digging graves in a field of wildflowers, mowing roses when the thorns overpower. I don't tell you enough, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Life isn't too bad, crying sunk all the laughter I had. My bed doesn't have to be a coffin you stand on. Your breath of agony when you were climbing the steep hills of troubles doesn't make you, it makes your legs stronger. Your history doesn't have to be a eulogy. Forget black hearts that can be pretty in pink. We bow to sadness cause the tears stream down when you're staring at the puddles. You don't see the clouds, you only feel the rain pouring and the sound of thunder. You forget the blue skies and wonder. It seems like black and white is the only color I see when you walk in the room. I forget, gotta forget, you made me confused. Serve you with gratitude, the hard times you put me through. Sometimes I can't even look at you. No denying, don't need to be crying over something I can't prove. I do my best when I can't understand, so I do my best, be a stand-up man. The struggle of humanity makes me forget who I wanna be. I wish aging didn't age me. I wish aging didn't age me. But life isn't too bad, crying sunk all the laughter I had. My bed doesn't have to be a coffin you stand on. Your breath of agony when you were climbing the steep hills of troubles don't make you, it makes your legs stronger. Your history doesn't have to be a eulogy. Forget black hearts that can be pretty in pink. We bow to sadness cause tears stream down when you're staring at the puddles. You don't see the clouds, you only feel the rain pouring and the sound of thunder. You forget the blue skies and wonders. There are more blue skies than wonders.
Las Vegas, and tonight I would like to present to you my animation. My animation will showcase the Hasidic concepts of Galus, Shel Mitzrayim, and Hashgacha Pratis. Specifically, the idea that Hashem can only enter your life as much as you let him. My animation will feature a cage, which fits right into this concept because Galus itself is the idea of being caged in a world of darkness. But these cages, like the cage of Mitzrayim, were never meant to hold us back, but rather to make us seek. Hopefully, my animation, Tzohar Seminary, will properly relay this message of breaking one's cage and letting Hashem in.
Hi everyone, my name is Cody Ryder and I'm from Passaic, New Jersey. I have created a piece of music that goes through the 5 stages of emotion that we generally tend to cycle throughout our lives. Generally, we start off feeling complacently happy. Things are going well for us, so we go through the motions of life, taking the good for granted. Then God decides to shake things up and sends us a challenge, sometimes slowly or sometimes as a shock. Anxiety creeps in about our new situation, shaking up our reality. Eventually, anger sets in. We feel, why me? Why her? I don't deserve this. This anger tests our relationship with God as we grapple with why he puts us through these challenges. The anger settles down and leads to depression. This can show up as grief, loss, sadness, despondency, depending on the situation. Thankfully, from here on, we become hopeful that things will get better. As things go on, we tend to forget and become complacent again, taking things for granted. This isn't set in stone, but that's the emotional journey that many of us cycle throughout our lives. The music I'm about to play takes you through these emotional stages: complacency, anxiety, anger, sadness, and hope. On the screen, you'll see how the music was produced with the emotional stages labeled.
Hi, my name is Bossy Lawrence. I'm from Staten Island, New York. The name of my project is The Cluttered Kaylee. I made this piece to resemble my view of how the body and soul are unified. How sometimes we cover our soul and create a blockage to spirituality, blocking God to come into our lives. And this blockage makes it difficult for us to notice the God that's within ourselves, the God that's within others, and the God that is literally everything that is in the entire world. The world is filled with many different forms of physicality. Some are spiritual, like the Rebbe and Shabbos candles, and some we don't see as spiritual. We see them as physicality. Sometimes this blockage makes us see things as just merely physicality and nothing more. The Jews were told by Moshe, don't forget what Amalek did to you. They were also commanded, stamp out Amalek's name. You can ask yourself, how do we do both? How do we remember what Amalek did, but also forget them at the same time? One approach we can take is, we need to rid ourselves of the Amalek ideology. Amalek carried this thing around about how physicality was to be used to fulfill our desires, and that's it. And we as a people, we absorb that. And we look at physicality sometimes as something that is to help us get what we want. A way that we can stomp out and also remember what Amalek did to us is by realizing that physicality is a tool to realize that humanity has needs. And by us noticing that, we can make a choice to fulfill those needs for others, to give rather than take. Sometimes we get confused by physicality, and we think that the more things we have, the more fulfillment, the more joy we will have in our lives. However, it's the opposite. We clutter our keli, and we don't leave room for God's light to light our way, to show us what is spirituality, what is good for us. And the only way we can remove this here is Amalek. And we put that on our soul. We cover ourselves in that. And the only way we can remove this is by noticing its existence, noticing what we did to ourselves. And once we do that, we can allow
Go Bossy!
Ready? Hello, my name is Leah Brown, and I wrote a poem about the struggles of living with Nefesh Habahamis. Because I don't know where all of you guys are holding, but me personally, I know I'm not Stakis. So I feel the presence of Nefesh Habahamis, and it's a strong presence. So now it's just recognizing its strength and learning how to live with it, with that part of ourselves, and learning how to guide it so it doesn't guide us. So I wrote a poem called The Fire Beneath Our Flesh. The flame rises, rages, and makes itself known, but I constantly feel its presence. It has guided my moves, it burnt me, caused me pain, and I've suffered from the seductiveness of the dancing flames. What if I'm strong enough now to use the fire, rather than letting it use me? To take the heat and forge my soul into its destined shape. I'm not wishing you gone, for I would be missing a part of myself. But rather, let's work together. We are each other after all. So why would I leave myself astray? Why would I surround myself with everything that doesn't mean anything? Let's work together this time. Let's forge a new version of me. I'll dance in your flames, but I won't forget the pain you've inflicted. And I'll continue looking at the scars you've left on my soul, for they remind me of the journey you put me through and the new one up ahead. One with conflicting peace, but final peace nonetheless. And at last, as I gain a bird's eye view,
And at last, as I gain a bird's eye view, unlocking the access to my gratitude and continue to rise, I'm able to say, thank you. Thank you for trying to melt me with each one. It has forced me to forge into the woman standing before you today and forced me to free the strength my mind was holding captive all along behind the bars of society.
Hi, I'm the Summer Reisner. I grew up here in Squirrel Hill, but I'm currently from Muncie, New York. I'll be singing an original song called Watch Me. This is actually my first time ever writing a song, so yeah, I hope you'll like it. The song is about my personal struggle with finding my voice and believing that what I have to say is good enough and worthy enough. I brought the concept that our neshamas before our neshamas come down into this world, they already know all about our mission. But when they come down into our bodies, we forget all about it and how to experience life for the first time. And when struggles get thrown at us, instead of throwing a tantrum like we all wish we could do, we have to find the courage to realize that the things that feel like they're pulling us down and making us not good enough are really there to show us how good we can be. If only we find the courage to dig deep into ourselves and find the truth that can be revealed little by little and bring us to our final goal and desired redemption that we work so hard to believe in and achieve. I'm sorry, I don't think I ever thought life would be this hard. Living was a walk in the park, the world around didn't need to exist. 'Cause all I wanted was to play all day, but then I grew up, and you told me over and over again that the words that I wanted to say didn't make any sense. Told me to stay quiet, watch them all they ride, burning from the heat, all the way to the feet. Some could beat it down, others try to get around, holding out their hands, just trying not to burn down. My brain feels like a waste sometimes. It's a space that just won't fill. It's always been a struggle to talk. Every time I try, the words get drowned. The words ebb and they flow, speaking all that they know. It looks so easy for them to just bare their soul, from the sounds in their heart to the things that they've seen and the feelings they find to the places they've been. My brain won't let go 'cause it's just too slow. My tongue is heavy and my lips are numb. No matter how hard I try, all the things that I've seen and the places I've been are just stuck within me. My soul wanted to come down and live in me, look around till that I confess. I just want them to see the space of me and feel the heartbeat. They know if they love me, does that make any sense? There were dead in their flow, speaking all that they know. It looks so easy for them to just bare their soul, from the sounds in their heart to the things that they've seen and the feelings they fought to the places they've been. My brain won't let go because it's just too slow. My tongue is heavy and my lips are numb. No matter how hard I try, all the things that I've seen and the places I've been are just stuck within me. This is me. I know life can sometimes be so hard. I struggle every day around this forgotten place. But now I've got it and can play all day.
90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. It's higher than yesterday. It keeps getting worse. I knew something was wrong. And my head hurts too. My chest hurts. Heart palpitations could mean heart failure. Arrhythmia?
Audrey, leave now or you'll be late for work. You cannot miss any more days.
I know, Mom.
Nice of you to come into work today. Another mystery ailment last week?
I'm sorry I haven't been here. Something just always feels off, and I don't want to risk coming into work if I'm sick, you know?
Like that time that you didn't come into work because your arm was sore? You're right, there is something off, but it's not your stomach or your joints or your lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes? You know, swelling can indicate an infection.
No infection talk. This project is due in 2 weeks, and we're already falling behind. We both got into this internship out of hundreds of applicants. I won't let you ruin this for me or for yourself.
I'm not gonna ruin it.
At least, I would try not to. Hi, Audrey. Just checking in. You've missed the majority of classes this semester. Is everything all right? It's hard to keep up with everything when every day my own body is sending me death threats.
Based on the symptoms you've described, it's unlikely that you've ruptured your appendix. Most likely just your average upset stomach.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Brown.
Hey, Audrey. Honey, I brought you the heating pad you wanted. Here.
Thanks. My stomach is killing me.
Oh, honey, I really hope you're not coming down with something. I cannot get sick. I have this huge presentation on Friday, and you have missed so much school as it is.
I know. You remind me every other day.
I mean, like, maybe today you can get to some of those assignments that are due. You know, the semester is almost ending.
Yeah, I'll get up.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, you're not so warm. I mean, maybe it's just a stomach bug.
Hello?
Audrey, hi. I was hoping to talk to you at work about this today, but you weren't there. Unfortunately, I don't think I can keep you in our internship program. We haven't seen the dedication that we need for you to really be able to stay with us. It's a shame to lose you. I want you to understand this. We really appreciated having you here, but there's nothing I can do. Let me know if there's anything else that I can help you with, or something. I know this isn't easy. It's a hard thing to take in. Bye.
Everything's, I ruined it. Never gonna graduate. Mom's gonna be furious. Can't breathe. Can't feel my legs. Gonna pass out. What was my heart rate this morning? I'm gonna die. I'm such an idiot. Can't breathe. Everything's over. Can't breathe. My neck hurts. Pulled a muscle. Could have damaged a nerve. Paralyzed? I should go to the ER. Call in sick again. Have to miss class.
Nice of you to come into work today. Another mystery ailment last week?
I don't think I can keep you in our internship program. We haven't seen the dedication that we need for you to really be able to stay with us.
I won't let you ruin this for me or for yourself.
I'm not gonna ruin it.
You okay? So your stomach again?
I need help.
My name is Cormac Horn. I'm from Manhattan, New York, And yeah, wasn't supposed to say and, okay. Nervous. As this presentation was getting closer, I was struggling to come up with what idea I wanted to put into song. About a week ago, I had a particularly hard day, and at night I just cried out to Hashem, how does this darkness come from your attraction? The retraction I was referring to was the symptom that Hashem performed to get us from his perfect greatness to this messy, dark world. So this original song touches on my struggles with faith and how I believe in Hashem, but it's a constant battle because of this dark world. I'm not a singer, but Hashem has given me the talent of composing lyrics. So here I am making myself vulnerable to share this song with you. This song is called I'll Just Keep Asking. If I'm so finite and your infinity, why do you need me in your divinity? All of these limits, they keep limiting me, but I stay strong, yeah, hold on, 'cause there's a lot of faith within me. Oh, every flower and every blue sky, I could go on forever with the reasons why. But then I see war, depression and lies, and suddenly endless questions arise. How does this darkness come from your attraction? Where are the ways that you act with compassion? Where is your glory? I just want to bask in. I know there's no answers, but I'll just keep asking. I'll just keep asking. I'll just keep asking. Do you hear me when I pray out so loudly? Do you hear my questions I ask so profoundly? When you count your blessings, God, do you count me? Do you even know the first thing about me? I walked through those days in pain. Why were you paining me? I know I'm better from it, but you did it through training me. You have the power. The blackness is towering. But I keep going, and you're slowly showing that the evil is souring. Oh, every flower and every blue sky, I could go on forever with the reasons why. But then I see war, depression and lies, and suddenly endless questions arise. How does this darkness come from your attraction? Where are the ways that you act with compassion?
Where is your glory? I just wanna bask in. I know there's no answers, but I'll just keep asking. I'll just keep asking. I'll just keep asking. Do you hear me when I pray out so loudly? Do you hear my questions I ask so profoundly? When you count your blessings, God, do you count me? Do you even know the first thing about me? But I'll keep fighting through each inner war. Yeah, I'll keep fighting like I have before. Yeah, I'll keep fighting, 'cause deep down in my core, I'm a Jew and you're true, and I wanna live for you. I know there's still light within this retraction. I'll look for the ways that you show me compassion. I'll search for your glory, and then I will bask in. I know that I'll find my answers as I keep asking.
Hi, my name is Raquel Mattelli. I'm from Lakewood, New Jersey. Um, this is a painting, obviously. This painting is a tribute to 6 individuals who have greatly impacted my life. Each candle represents one of these special people with their faces depicted on the candle, symbolizing the light and the warmth they brought into my world and to everyone they met. On the base of each candle, I have included a midah that I've learned from each of them. Derek Aretz, respect. Simcha b'simcha, which is like being happy for the happiness of others. Malek kach ratzon, full of willpower. Ravish, sensitivity. Simcha, happiness. And simcha, like satisfaction with life. By me learning the midah and practicing it, I'm keeping their teachings and memory alive. The Gemara says a tzaddik is found in the world more after their death than even during their lifetime. This painting represents my gratitude and love for these individuals who will forever hold a special place in my heart.
Hi, I'm Gail Bloom from Cleveland, Ohio. This is my short animation. It represents the concept in Tanya that when you engage with something on an intellectual level, you can become emotionally attached to it. When learning Sikha, Tanya, or other parts of Torah, the parts that impact me and my actions most are the parts that really use my intellectual understanding to create an emotional connection with Hashem. So the book represents the knowledge itself. It creates its own light and it reflects the light onto her externally. And then the brain is activated because that's the intellectual understanding. And then the heart is activated. And when the heart lights up, the whole body lights up with it because that's the part that really impacts you.
Hi, I'm Connie Walensky from Brooklyn, New York. This year I've been focused on myself, the deed is the main thing. I made a film that expresses the 3 soul garments, thought, speech, and action. I can think and talk about making a change in my life all I want, but it's about getting the action done that matters most.
Hi everyone, my name is Rivka Resnick. I'm from Massachusetts. For my project, I wrote and recorded an original song called Improbable Story. It explores some of the questions I have about the godly circumstances that led to my existence and how my purpose in life reflects that. There's a concept in Chassidus that we should each view the world as if it were created for our sake specifically. I am alive to fulfill a mission that only my soul can fulfill. My existence is not only important, but crucial, as are all yours. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around the idea that my soul specifically was chosen to be given life and to play a role in the magnitude of the universe. My song doesn't resolve with an answer to these questions because I might never find one. But each time I dig a little deeper, I come a little closer to accepting that fact. I hope my words and music resonate and can help in your own exploration of purpose.
I follow a path taken 20 times over. I keep an eye out for a lucky leaf blower. I feel the weight of each traveler before me. I wonder why they ended up in my story. I feel a crack in my unbreakable armor. I hope the scars will make it that much stronger. My reality wavers in the heat of the moment. Endless questions remain unspoken. One step, one more, I'm floating. My mind is not in control, it's just observing. Sand in my hair as I'm swallowed by time. One word, one more, I'm pleading for my life to show me its undoubtable meaning. There must be one, right? Am I the soldiers marching on. Am I the star of an improbable story? Was my existence formed by hand for me? Were there strings pulled in the stars to put me in this moment?
Hi, everyone. I am Taylor Baron. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm a little nervous. Okay. I painted this that I've been putting in the last few months. And that's been that I've been trying to notice the practice in my life and all the different ways that I can be grateful for the things going on around me. And trying to see the thorns in the rose bush. That's completely wrong. Trying to see the roses in the rose bush instead of the thorns. Is in the rose's merit, the thorns are watered and cared for. And God set the laws of nature in place and does not change them without these. I wanted to just point that out because the thorns in our life can prick us and make us feel uncomfortable and make us feel like there's a danger there and that there's something wrong. But when you take a step back, sometimes you can see the rose part of life. You can see that there was a reason for that thorn there. There is a reason for that not so great thing to happen. And you can see all the growth that you get from that. And I've definitely noticed that a lot for myself this year, seeing all those practice and gratitude. Yeah. My name is Rafaela Crane from the state of New Jersey, and I am presenting the Sandar animation, and it shows how dark and light creates the transformation. Yeah, enjoy.
יום אחד זה יקרה, בלי שנרגיש משהו ישתנה, משהו יירגע בנו, משהו ייגע בנו, ולא יהיה ממה לחשוש. וזה יבוא, כמו קרב חרוט על כף יד, זה יבוא, בטוח בעצמו, כאילו היה שם תמיד, וחיכה רק שנבחין בו. וזה יבוא, אתה תראה, הידיים הקפוצות יתארחו, והלב השומר לא להיפגע, יפעל בקצב רגיל, זה יבוא, כמו שהטבע רגיל, להיות שלם עם עצמו. יום אחד זה יקרה, בלי שנרגיש משהו ישתנה, משהו יירגע בנו, משהו ייגע בנו, ולא יהיה ממה לחשוש. זה יבוא, כמו קו חרוט על כף יד, זה יבוא, בטוח בעצמו, כאילו היה שם תמיד, וחיכה רק שנבחין בו. וזה יבוא, אתה תראה, הידיים הקפוצות יתארחו, ולב השומר לא להיפגע, יפעל בקצב רגיל, זה יבוא, כמו שהטבע רגיל, אתה תראה, הידיים הקפוצות יתארחו, ולב השומר לא להיפגע, יפעל בקצב רגיל, זה יבוא, כמו שהטבע רגיל, להיות שלם, זה יבוא, כשלא הכל יטלטל אותנו, ולא הכל יקר, ומה שיפתח לנו מחכה.
Hi, everybody. I'm Esty Engel. I am from Pittsburgh, if you didn't know. I wrote an original song about the idea how we all have thoughts in our minds, and we like to define ourselves by our thoughts. And the idea in my song is that I have a bunch of fears in my head that I think define me, but in the end, the only thing that really defines us is our soul. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
I'm so heavy I can't stand. 'Cause I'm in my mind, and that's all I am. I'm so needy I can't sleep. 'Cause I'm scared that I will be left behind. Did you hear my unspoken sin? Or did you sense my empty grin? When I thought I don't believe, did that make you feel deceived? If my thoughts were invisible, would that mean I be a ghost? Am I nothing more
So jealous I can't see. Like there's flames around me and too much to breathe. Got too many thoughts, thoughts that I believe make me seem like I'm an enemy. If my thoughts were invisible, that mean I'd just be a ghost. Am I nothing more than just what I think inside? Oh, but they don't know me. They just are lies. And if my layers were stripped, then I'd just be a soul. And my thoughts are invisible, but I'm not a ghost. I'm more, so much more than just what I think inside. Just what I think inside, inside. Think inside, inside. Think inside. בביאת המשיח, אני מאמין, אני מאמין.
Wow, and donations! What a night. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm feeling very inspired right now. And I mean, can we just like a round of applause for all of these girls? And for Mrs. G for coordinating all of this. If you were inspired by tonight, which I mean, I don't know how it would be, that would be like, I would be really shocked. If you were inspired, please feel free to consider donating to either PayPal or GoFundMe for our upcoming Israel trip, which we're working so hard to fundraise for, and we appreciate every single dollar.